Hello, everyone. Hi again. I wanted to bring an article to you about, if you recall, there was a police officer that actually stopped a cop's chokehold on a suspect. And guess what? She won her lawsuit. This is such great news that this former Buffalo officer who stopped a fellow cop's chokehold on a suspect will get pension after winning her lawsuit. And so let me go ahead and get into this article with you that she was far from intervening when a white officer attempted to choke a black suspect will receive her pension after winning a lawsuit on Tuesday. The New York State Supreme Court vacated a previous ruling upholding the firing of Carol Horne. In his ruling, Judge Dennis Ward wrote that the city of Buffalo has recognized the error and has acknowledged the need to undo an injustice from the past. The legal system can at the least be the mechanism to help justice prevail, even if belatedly. So let me read that again. The legal system can at the very least be the mechanism to help justice prevail, even if we belatedly. While the Eric Garners and the George Floyds of the world never had a chance for a do-over, at least here the correction can be done. Because remember, back in 2006, Officer Greg Kiwakowski, he did a chokehold on this suspect, Neil Mack. And Neil Mack looked like he was about to die, is what Horne said. She told CBS Morning in an interview in 2020. She said, so had I not stepped in, he possibly could have. He was handcuffed and being choked. She was ultimately fired in 2008, mere months before she was eligible to receive her full pension. You see how they do? Before she was to receive her full pension, they terminated her. But guess what? Kiwakowski sued her and her lawyer for defamation. So in 2011, a judge found that Horne's lawyer made 8 statements that were considered defamatory and false, including the claim that Horne saved the life of a suspect who he was already in handcuffs and was being choked out by Officer Greg Kiwakowski. Well, but Mack maintains that Horne saved his life. And he said, this is what the suspect is saying. What he says is, he was choking me. I was handcuffed. Carol Horne said, "You killing him, Greg." And she reached over and tried to grab his hand around my neck. Mack told CBS This Morning. Last year, Mack sued 5 officers involved in his arrest in 2012. A jury found no wrongdoing in the ruling of 5-1. The juror who sided with Mack was the only black person on the jury. And so in 2018, Kiwakowski was sentenced to 4 months in federal prison for a 2009 incident in which he used unlawful and unreasonable force against 4 black teenagers, including slamming their heads into a car. Ward said knowledge was not made available during the original determinations in this case by both the hearing officer and this court. Likewise, the current societal view towards the use of chokeholds and physical force in affecting arrest, along with the city of Buffalo's expression of specific disapproval of such force by legislative enactment, has altered the landscape, Ward added. Horne is eligible for back pay and benefits through August 4th, 2010. This is good news that we're seeing some justice of a black officer that intervened and stepped in to save another black man's life, because race soldier, as we, decided that they had a right to use a chokehold on a suspect, and this man looked like he was about to die, and Horne, former officer Carol Horne, stepped in to save this man's life. And she has got the victory today because she sued, she appealed it, and she won. And let me tell you something. This is good news. Didn't I tell you that something good is about to happen? See, God can overturn every injustice that has been brought against our race. God can do a thing. He can do exceedingly and abundantly. And he's going to continue to do exceedingly and abundantly. And he's going to continue to overturn convictions. He's going to vindicate people. He's going to reward people their due. He's going to give people what they deserve. He is giving people. See, God will restore everything that the devil has stole from you. God will restore everything that the devil has taken from you. Let me tell you about God. See, this is the stories that we need to talk about even more so that we can keep using our voice to push these matters when we see wrongdoing. And so, Miss Horne, I am so happy for you. I'm glad that God found favor and that you kept fighting. You used your knowledge, wisdom, and I'm sure you prayed about it, and you were patient and waiting on the Lord to see you through. And you have got the victory in all of this because this officer obviously was doing things in the past and he got away with it. But this time it came back on him because God will use his people to vindicate others. God will use his people to get the glory. He'll use people to bring a conviction on other people. He always will use, and he'll use evil for good to turn it around. So I am so happy to bring this story to you all. So if you are not familiar with this story or that you forgot about this story, let me tell you, I remember this story and I remember when she stepped in and they terminated her. But this is good news on today that she will receive her pension after winning a lawsuit, and they got to go all the way back to 2010. That is a lot going on here. They got to go all the way back and pay her back pay and benefits through August 4th, 2010. That is good news. Talk to you soon.